let's see what we hit, and then we plan our strategy. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty decent. We have so many. Let's have some fun, you know? So let's create a dude. Hello everyone, it's Sloth, and today we have a special deck, a fan favorite, Planeswalker Super Friend Counter Urza Assembles the Titan deck. So of course we have Tamiyo because she's the coolest Planewalker there is, and we have some new tools, and I'm definitely not recording this intro for the third time because each one of the intros took 12 minutes and I scrapped them. So yeah, definitely did not happen. So let's go to faster this time. So for the Llanowar Loam Speaker, I think this is the big addition to the deck. First of all, it does ramp you. So for example, your 4 and 5 mana Planewalkers get 1 turn faster, which is huge because this means that your opponent won't have such a strong board and they are much more likely to survive. What more, after you cast, you survive 1 turn and then you have a blocker. So we don't really use the second ability to create Elemental because it's a sorcery and we are mostly on the defense with this deck. We just want to protect our Planewalkers. But the reason this card is super cool in this deck is actually, you know, there is a Planewalker named Teferi, not sure if you heard about it, and this version might not be light, but in this deck it actually works as the old Teferi. +1 can give you 2 extra mana, because one of the part is untapping land, but the second one is untapping creature. So when you cast this, by tapping Llanowar Loam Speaker, you can get back land and this. While we don't have a lot of, 2 mana plays, we have 3 mana plays, so you can combine it for 5 mana with Wedding Announcement, and believe me, that already starts to make a difference. But the big play is combining Teferi with something like Tamiyo for 4 mana, and you pay 6 for everything. With ramp, it's basically a turn 5 play normally, and suddenly you have 2 Planewalkers. +1 means also that this gets to 5 loyalty, this gets to 2 fewer loyalty counters, to 4. Okay, I need at the moment. But you have so much stuff going on, and Tamiyo can tap one of the attackers, so most likely all your Planewalkers will survive, and this play will absolutely dominate the rest of the game. So the fact that you get 2 mana thanks to Teferi +1, and don't forget, it's not one time, you can do it again and again while healing yourself, which makes a big difference because we have a very high end on this deck. We have Storm the Festival. This is a Storm the Festival deck, and in this one you will nearly always hit something with Storm the Festival. I never whiffed, which didn't happen to me ever after playing so many Storm the Festival decks. I never whiffed in this deck, and that was epic and glorious. Most of the time you actually hit 2 Planewalkers, and believe me, paying 6 for 10 mana worth of Planewalkers is absolutely epic, and most of the time just wins you the game outright. Urza Assembles the Titan is also something you can hit. Usually you have one of your Planewalkers at the moment of Storm the Festival, at least one Planewalker, so then you get the second one, and then you use the chapter 3, and all of them can use ability twice. Man, that's absolutely insane. Most of the people will just scoop to you at this point, and I have it done to myself as well. So what most of opponents will do? They will flood the board with whatever they have just to overwhelm you. And that's why we have this part of Depopulate and Farewell. Depopulate in this deck actually makes a perfect sense. It's such a good card. It doesn't hit anything you own. Even if it hits like tokens, you don't really care. If ramp, you don't super care. Like, you probably have Planewalkers already and they can carry you. And the fact that your opponent might draw a card, it doesn't matter. With all the Planewalkers giving you value every single turn forever, you just don't care. You can just tap whatever he plays with Tamiyo and that's it. So, of course, it's never great to give card to your opponent, but in this deck it's not, you don't feel it so much. And with Falco's Parade, another interesting addition, like you can benefit quite a lot. First of all, alright, I have to say it. I really have to say it. Loam Speaker also benefits from all the tokens. We really need creatures to use +1 with Elspeth. We don't really want -3. We can use it in an emergency, but it's not great. So generally you want to +1 something, give it lifelink, give it first strike, something that will benefit, board situation for you. And yeah, Lone Speaker is perfect target. And suddenly this becomes a Serra Angel that they need to answer, even though it was ignored mana dork for whole game. So basically every card matters sooner or later. You also have cards like Emperor, of course, for the counters. You usually play her for -2 at the attack phase or end step of your opponent's turn. So you really don't want to lose her to -1 again. So most of the time you try to +1, but you don't have creatures, it's awkward, you feel bad. With this deck you have a great target and those counters are not wasted. And the same goes for Falco's Spara. But at the same time, with shield counter, it benefits twice. That's basically how shield works. It has 2 lives. So if you want to trade with something, you can do it twice. Every counter is really premium here. And what more, with the you may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature, blah blah blah. You can actually use those Emperor counters to draw cards. And that's pretty epic. What more? This is 4 mana spell. You can get it back with Tamiyo, and that's another huge synergy. This allows Tamiyo to go 3-for-1, which is absolutely insane, and will win you the games on its own, basically. You cast her for 5 mana. She has 5 loyalty, you -4 her, and you get selection of those cool premium cards for free. And they're on top of Tamiyo, and especially Emperor and Falco, like they trade 2-for-1 themselves, so suddenly the amount of value that you are getting is absolutely insane, and you can follow it up with the next turn, because Tamiyo is still here, or the Emperor is still here, whatever you took. So definitely a strong one. Ajani didn't come very much into play today, but this is a nice addition because you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a Planewalker card, you put it in your hand. So it's kind of, cardo. It can be cast for 3 mana. -3 distributes some counters, so this is also where Wedding Announcement and Lone Speaker helps quite a lot. Alright, and that's fine. Urza assembles the Titans. That's a strong one, definitely. Don't be afraid to cast it for Chapter 3. I actually did it mostly for Chapter 3 directly, because the amount of value that I was getting, like 100% guaranteed, was enough to win the games mostly, or just swing the game so much in our favor that it basically won the game in the long run. So don't be afraid. Play Chapter 1 to only when you are really sure that you get the value. Chapter 2 is basically very important if you want to time playing Planewalker into the turn with Chapter 3, so if you want to stack a lot of Planewalkers, but generally Chapter 3 is where it's at. And of course, if you have 2 or 3 Planewalkers and you use abilities twice, that's absolutely extreme amount of value, and that will win you the game probably on the spot. Wrenn and Seven, if you want to learn how to be a grid lord with these cards +1 and never miss a land drop, definitely watch the games. Yeah, we drew so many lands and I was so happy because I never missed a land drop. And the fact that we can use all of this mana because we have so expensive cards and Storm the Festival, that basically means that every amount of mana will do, is absolutely epic. So Wrenn and Seven in this particular deck is much stronger than in the other decks, and yeah, we need so much mana, and the token is of course very important as well. You can put a counter and lifelink, so we play Wrenn, then you follow up next turn with Elspeth, you put the counter and suddenly you hit for 7 with lifelink or something crazy, and usually that's enough to win the game. Alright, and I don't want to make it longer because I don't want to record it again. I think we should cover everything. For the deck, it is pretty competitive. Like, it's not the strongest one in aggressive meta, but it's absolutely strong in a slower meta, so it's up to you what you meet more. But the power is definitely there. The problem is, do you get to the 4-5 mana state? With a good draw, you definitely can. All you need to do is hit Wedding Announcement into Depopulate, then follow up with Planewalkers, and you should be fine. But of course, easier said than done. But the deck is definitely extremely powerful when it gets going, and it's absolutely fun. So for Planewalker fans, definitely recommend it. Alright, if you appreciate the effort of making 3 intros, do subscribe, definitely that helps the channel. I hope you enjoyed the introduction. I really think you will enjoy the deck. It was a blast playing this one, and let's go into the games because they were fun as well. Alright, so we are on the play with Depopulate. I kinda feel okay already. Let's play this one because a ganja might be also extremely important. Like, this is basically a hard removal. And yeah, we can use the tap land. So we want to be very aggressive early game. We just see whatever he does. And I think we should be in a good spot overall, because this is kind of deck that wants to go extremely wide. And if that's the case, we are prepared to go extremely wide. We just clear everything and he should be dead. So, and with Wrenn and Seven, as long as he cannot kill this, it's really good. This is a bit more painful, honestly, because it creates him mana, it creates him a little bit of everything. But Farewell is probably good as well. Alright, let's get some stuff, I guess. So, do we make a tree fork? Nah, I don't think he can ramp it enough. So he probably has a lot of ramp things, like the cat, but I don't think he can kill Wrenn. And I want my lands because we have Storm the Festival and Farewell. So as long as we can play lands every turn, we are actually drawing 3 cards. Like in this kind of high mana deck, every land is actually sooner or later extremely important and extremely helpful. Like, even with Storm the Festival, you can get back out, you know, to 10 mana and still get amazing value. So as long as you keep playing lands, you probably will win the game at some point. And this also, I also did it for loyalty, right? Because if they pump it, even by +1, all of them, instantly, it's still 4 damage. And if I make the token, maybe he can remove the token, attack the Wrenn, and nothing is here. And right now, like, we can keep plussing, we can even ramp. Oh my god, we can ramp by 3 lands. That's pretty insane. And that's actually insane. This will help us so much in the future. But it's kind, man, I want my lands. I think I just want my lands. Man, I'm the greediest person ever. Let's get some lands. Especially that the ganja might be used. Yeah, that's fine. And still we get loyalty, and now we hold the mana. Let's do it this way. This is really good, I feel, because we keep the Eganjo, he doesn't know about it, we keep the blocker, which makes decisions much harder, and if he goes with the professional face breaker, we just kill it with Eganjo. And we are back to 7 cards with so many lands. I mean, so many lands. I think that we should definitely win this game. There is still a lot of work to be done. We need to grind him from all of those cards, but I think we have tools to do it, basically. And when we start ramping with all the Planeswalkers, I don't think he can just kill them, so we just keep getting more and more value. I really like those lands. Zayatora. Alright, so let's prepare for a huge hit. What will he target? Not sure what the deck is exactly about, but I know something will get hit in the face right now. Yeah, I will use the Ganjo. Easy. Especially that he seems to really want this treasure, so obviously if our opponent wants something, we need to spoil his fun just a little bit. You know, the control style. Alright. So let's see. I definitely feel that I will sweep the board right now, because I'm scared of what this can do. The question is, do we go just for Farewell? Then we can get rid of... Oh, he really wants to get rid of Wrenn, I think. Which I'm not super surprised about, to be honest. Yeah, like, we should definitely sweep this. Oh man, sorry, I'm thinking, because I'm not sure what the deck can do. Like, do they use those treasures? Without it, he has only 5 mana. I think we have to Farewell right now. A bit unfortunate, so let's get mana from here, of course. And we go into the Farewell mode. Creatures, yes. Enchantments, ours are better. Artifacts, yes. Graveyards, I don't think he uses them. Yep, and our situation just improved massively. Do we want... No, I want to have counter next turn, and you know me, I want some extra value. And we get the initiative as well, so that's sweet. Okay, that was a little bit of slow turn, but that was really important for the game. If we depopulate it, he can make an insane play. Right now, Zayatora has what, 5 or 6 mana? 6. Alright, so he thinks we are out of sweepers, which is really great. But we are not. So, a lot of docks, let's prepare ourselves. And you know what? We might hit some good stuff, so let's play the land first. Let's see what we hit, and then we plan our strategy. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty decent. I mean, do we want more? We have so many. Let's have some fun, you know? I think activating both of them so many times is pretty decent. So let's create a dude. We could fish for the thing, but I don't think we need to. And maybe let's draw some cards. I don't have enough lands right yet. We are at 29. It should be fine. Alright. So let's pump this one with first strike, I guess. And he's out. That's what he needed. We also had a sweeper anyway. Like, we had depopulate this whole time and it wasn't even needed. We overwhelmed him with just Planewalkers. Alright, so let's check out this hand. This one is risky. But if we get one more land, you can use Teferi to basically ramp us into 5. And then Urza assembles the Titans and good things will happen. And we seem to be against some kind of Rakdos, and our opponent is Mexican, but he's also intense. Alright, that was interesting, Nick. Alright, so what do we do? Nothing, really. Let's go the usual control mage route. I'm not sure what the weird texture on this one was. I didn't see it before. Alright, this one will definitely be scared very quickly, but it dies to destroy evil at some point. At some point. Big problem is that we didn't hit anything early game, so definitely a rough part of the game for us. And it will take a little while until this hits for toughness. Word 2, okay. Yeah, this one will make a lot of damage. So we can kill it next turn. The problem is that the next turn we actually wanted to make our first play. I really hope he plays something. Oh, yes. Oh no. Oh no. We don't have the word cost, unfortunately. Alright, so that will be an insanely strong attack for 8 out of nowhere. Before we played single card. So that's one of the problems with the deck, of course. Like, we can kill it. But I try to kill it, but it will get countered, right? Alright, so we can get rid of it. We get hit for quite a bit. Then we can follow up with the Emperor and start raiding. I think it's not the worst. I guess? Pretty hard. Definitely Automaton is super annoying in this situation. And he wants to pump both of them at the same time, which is frustrating because we finally got solution for the first one, and there's already another one. And there's not much we can do, so we just take the hit. And he... okay, this is not the red mana. That's true. So he's thinking about playing into Emperor, but obviously, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if we kill this one... we take so much damage then. Yeah, we can do the Emperor next turn. Let's just get rid of this one as soon as possible. Their draw was definitely super aggressive. Alright, goes back to the hand. This is something, but I'm not sure if it's good enough. If we play Teferi, so he plays both of them, it's for 8 damage exactly. If we kill one of them, we are at 4, then we make a token, and then we can start using Teferi maybe to just get a little bit of tempo. Wedding Announcement is decent, but it's way too late. That was the card we needed 3 turns ago. Alright, so let's see this same pattern. Man, the word is so annoying on this creature. Alright, some haste. That's an attack. Alright, and this has to be the Emperor. Well, I guess if he doesn't have burn, which is not sure how likely, I guess. You know what? No, we cannot. Okay, I got it. I finally got it. It took me a while, but I have it. Alright, so we kill this one. We go down to 2. And then main phase we can kill this one for 2 mana basically. If we draw a land, we play Wedding Announcement, and then we should stabilize. You know what? It works. Like, this would be much better before. But it's something. Oh no. Okay, oh yes. I thought it's some kind of spell pierce. So of course we are forced to do this. And we are at 2. But next turn, if we can play Teferi, we can really start to stabilize. And I think we sacrifice the Emperor just for the token. Alright, what is this? Okay, artifact spells are free. And this has flying, so this is kinda scary. Alright, he didn't do a thing. If we... Okay, so I think we have some options right now. Urza assembles the Titans. That doesn't really do much. Alright, I think we plus... Yeah, I think we plus this one. Let's see if it gets burned in any way. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, this just adds mana. First, of course, we attack. Man, I think we have a fair shot. We just need 1 more turn and we stabilize completely. With Urza and Teferi, we can heal 4 HP very easily. Wedding Announcement doesn't do anything because of the flying. Unfortunate. Alright, let's try to heal just a little bit, I guess. Alright, artifact. Oh, this is an artifact. But I guess we do it like this. For no particular reason, I guess. I will try hard just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, on board we are alive, but we are 1 turn from stabilizing. If we untap, I think we win this game. But if we untap, man, it's so intense. Like, I feel that he's 1 card away from doing something very bad to us. You know, the standard synergy of playing aggro deck into 7-drop without reanimation. Oh my god, it doesn't have any synergy with the rest of the deck. Alright, does this deal damage? Sacrifice, mill, not really. Like, sure, I actually don't super mind. This and Teferi, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. Teferi is really good, but he cannot kill the one we see. Boseiju. Okay, that's definitely something. We can kill this one in multiple ways, basically. You can also storm the festival. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, that will be freaking epic. We actually should get mana first. So let's go, I don't know, green, whatever. Alright, look at this combo. No. Yes. Yes. You see the idea. Oh, epicness. Oh, such an epicness. No value. Man, it's good that he played this 7-drop, you know. What a game. Alright, and let's storm the festival, I guess. We could also kill this, but at this point I'm fine with whatever. Oh my god, we absolutely destroyed this guy. I want my loyalty abilities. I don't need more. I honestly don't need any more. So let's minus. Now he has no board. We have a lot of value, so all I need is blockers, so this one doesn't go through. And do we get the card? Like... I like my life. Yeah, and we will ultimate next turn. Do we want to play this one? No, he has a lot of artifacts. Alright, attack. Man, told you, one more turn and we absolutely stabilize. Man, that was close. We were at 2 HP, we are back to 12. And right now this won't do anything. He needs 4 mana to activate it. He has 3 only. And he needs to sacrifice something during his turn. Okay, so he goes all in on this plan, but it won't work because we saved Boseiju. And we also have ultimate from Teferi just in case. Yeah, he's going so all in with everything. He just feels the smirk in his heart. Alright. So we probably kill this one. We could keep healing. I honestly prefer healing over whatever happens. This needs tap? It doesn't. I guess let's... Oh, right, mana. I always forget the mana. I think... Yeah, like, it's just a matter of closing the game. We already won on the board. Well, that was a little bit closer than I would wish it. Alright, we are going first with some ramp, Wrenn, and 1 removal. It will either go extremely good or extremely bad very fast, and I can't wait to see which one of those. So, not sure. Our opponent has the avatar that's saying that I played this game longer than Boros was on the ladder. So, this might be a rough game, we'll see. And our opponent is tanking on his hand, so probably not the best one. Let's start with this one, just so we have land that doesn't cost us HP, which, as you can see, will be extremely important for this matchup. So this will be Raiju, and that's actually pretty good. Well, we still have to do it. Oh, that hurts a little bit, but maybe we can get into Teferi? I'm not sure, it's hard to, like, you know, save Teferi against all the aggro that is coming. This won't have a lot of toughness. I mean, he cannot pump it, but next turn he gets quite a lot, so if we use Teferi, this is tapped. We can get him to 5 loyalty, but he still dies. That's not really good. It's not the best use of our time. Man, even the Wrenn token is so small. Yeah, I think we need to go into Elspeth. We can kill the little thing, so that's something at least. We need to try to utilize those lone speakers. This will definitely be another game on edge. Sorry guys. Alright, that's a cheek. Alright. It's fine because we can actually block this one without problems. So, you know, not really much value. Maybe we just indeed block. I don't want to get nothing against Raiju. I think we just block with this one. If he wants to burn it, then so be it. It's better than the face. And he can burn it anyway. If he has lightning strike, he could do it anyway. Oh, it's not legendary. For some reason it seems like legendary. Like so much. Oh, so I guess we need to kill it. The reason I've changed my mind is that we are under so much pressure that we will die otherwise. Like, we literally have to do it or we die. Alright. Elspeth is good, but if we can sneak this on the trend, or the tree fork or whatever, it should be good. And also Wrenn is actually pressuring, so they might think about attacking. Definitely a hard one. Both of those won't be able to block, probably. The main is out of reach, that's something. It's interesting that this card is so played right now. Like, I guess it's decent. Alright, so let's see. It all depends on his draw. Like, we have tools to win this game. Oh my god, he will just directly burn it to the ground. Well, that's probably the best he could get. Well, yeah, that's literally the best he could go for. Oh man, that's harsh. We needed this this token so we can give it lifelink or vigilance or stuff like this and slowly make it work, you know? And right now our creatures cannot block both of them. So we are getting a lot of damage overall. Yep, resolve all. Yeah, I think his draw was just a little bit too good. Like, those two cards were probably the game-winning stuff. Alright. Like, we have cards that easily win the game from here, but we didn't draw them. Like, the populate... we cast the populate and the game is over, basically. Can we get it? No. If we -2, it means that we cannot cast the populate anymore and we die next turn. Elspeth. I guess first... No, they cannot block. So we can give lifelink, but we just heal 2 damage. And that's 9? You know what? I think it's still better like this. We don't really need a land, we won't be able to kill him. Alright, so let's play Teferi, because this creates a lot of pressure and it still heals us. Alright, that's the creature, and that's the land, I guess, the one with the white. And I mean, we could hit wedding announcement, but other than this, not really anything, right? We could put the counter as well, so that would pressure quite heavily. I guess we have to do it. Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. That was the populate, by the way. So, well, we are definitely giving them a hard fight, but we are getting smoked. Did he just draw a lethal? Yeah, he just drew a lethal from the top. Well, if you first have perfect answer against our main play, then you draw lethal from the top, well, that's probably pretty good. Oh my god, so close. Alright, we are going second, right? I thought for a moment we are going first. Alright, so we have the populate, that's pretty good one. Let's start with the top land, Yavimaya Coast. Man, this name brings some memories. Yavimaya Coast is of course untapped always, so we don't need to rush it. We don't have a 2-drop, we do need a lot of mana because we have stormed the festival already, so this definitely is a, you know, decent card. I would probably prefer something to get rid of the anvil, but hopefully we will get there. And our opponent is like a boss, starting with nearly perfect opening on the play, which already we got used to. We can play Plaza actually right now. Let's start the wedding announcement going, especially with the like sweeper that we have right now. Moment we sweep the board, we get the initiative. I don't want to waste too many tokens though. Never mind, I will waste too many tokens. Like, our opponent is basically playing into sweeper as much as possible. It's the same. It's basically the same. This should be a tell that something is going on. This is not a legendary spell, that's something to remember, but this provides white. And white mana is basically what we need to win this game probably. So, depopulate. Enjoy your 1 card. However, he has no initiative, our token is first, he has no artifacts. He needs to top deck another Harvester. I don't think he has another one from previously. Braids. Okay, Braids is fine. I can go with Braids. Alright. And he went for the Anvil. That's so interesting. Really desperate play, to be honest. I'm not sure if it was worth it, honestly. So he just did all of this basically to draw this card. The problem is that we get more. If we didn't do anything, he would probably attack, but we might just do this instead, and it should be fine. And with Llanowar Loam Speaker, we should be able to go with the Storm the Festival next turn. Even without it, I guess, but it's a bit more reliable, and 2/4 blocker is a big deal. So he just wasted all of this just to get board presence, basically. Alright, it's still here. I forgot it's still here. Oh my god, in my mind, Mythic, yeah, like, cool. Cool. Oh my god, what a weird finish to an interesting game. Alright guys, we have the bird. The bird needs to carry this one. We are going first, which is always welcome, and we have pretty decent opening. However, we don't have wedding announcement, which is a small problem, and we are playing against the same deck as usual. Mono blue, which actually has incredibly good matchup against us, in my personal opinion. So this will be super hard. We need to basically play 4 cards into 4 counters and hope we draw the 5th. This is a pretty decent draw, honestly. So let's go and test some waters. He cannot syncopate, he can make this appear. Okay, that's actually a big deal. Fairy Vandal. I don't think this version is any good, but it's still mono blue. Even if worse. So I kinda like to see it, I guess. It's still a lot of time. The problem is that the rest of the deck is the same, so he will counter everything anyway. Alright. So how do we do it? I think we have to wait, right? We need to pressure him a lot in one turn. He might even tap out right now. Cool. Fairy Vandal is of course the big deal. And our opponent is down to 5 cards and he didn't counter a single thing so far. Of course we lose the Emperor, which is not perfect, but it's good enough to give us so much time. Vandal is the main damage, this one nearly doesn't deal anything. The problem is counter spells. Man, so many creatures, so early. Alright, so how do we do it? How do we do the thing? Tamiyo is probably one of the best ways that we can do stuff. Wrenn basically shuts them down. Yeah, I think it should be. I think it should be this one. Now he doesn't know what he counters. And if he lets it through, this means that we can read ahead and put any of the Planeswalkers into battlefield, which is definitely good for us. I wonder what he will do. He should definitely counter it, that's not even a question. Like, you just use one of your counters and play the game. Cool. Wow, this definitely was something to think about. Man, mono blue players. It won't matter. You can misplay as much as you want and still get into decent Mythic. Right, so we know about Spell Pierce. This means that we need a creature, which is not great, unfortunately. Let's play like this. Remember, Loam Speaker does not untap anything, so we are playing this card just because we see the Spell Pierce, so this is guaranteed to counter all of the other cards we have. This one might go through, who knows. It kinda seems it does. Not sure how, but I welcome it. Oh man, they're playing this deck like an aggro deck. Like, they are playing the same as they played Boros. You just small creatures and instead of burn you have those blue weird spells. Okay, that's a 3-turn stun. Also pretty bad card, but it still doesn't matter. Lore Master. Lore Master is interesting, definitely. Do we want to draw a card? And no. Well, no. No. Draw additional card. Decline. Because right now we actually can do everything we want, right? Man, our opponent is absolutely playing this like an aggro deck. Okay, now we have a 4/4 with reach. So hopefully we can leave enough time. Fading Hope is of course a problem. Our opponent starts reading cards that he usually counters. Oh my god. Okay, the control mage pain is gone, everything is fine. Our opponent is learning cards in Magic, in, you know, high Mythic, or this is like more mid Mythic, I guess. So, let's see. Man, he has counter spells. He just tapped out and played all the stuff that he has in the hand. Oh my god, I want to beat him so much because that's literally how you shouldn't play this deck. But of course, he has all the important pieces. Really unfortunate, definitely. So he can kill the Wrenn, and right now he's back into the counter mode. Nothing has 4 toughness. So we do not draw cards, we decline. Because then we cannot play anything basically, and that's not really a great thing. So next turn, Falcospara untaps. You know what? I think this is pretty decent. We could also go for Tamiyo, but then we need to pay life, and Teferi actually heals us life, and we can pay too. There's high chance he doesn't read how this card works. Man, he might have another one, to be fair. Oh my god, they literally don't know how this card works as well. It might be their first day in Magic after playing Boros. Alright, enough. I had my fun. Alright, so we definitely don't have artifacts. We do untap this creature, which actually makes a difference. No sense to untap this. We could also go for the mana for Destroy Evil or the Lone Speaker, but they cannot block anything, it's not good. Now he needs another Fading Hope because he doesn't kill us yet. But it seems that, of course, I think he has it, right? He's touching stuff with 1 blue mana. Okay. So this will be what? 5, exactly 7 damage. It might take him quite a while to realize that the attack wins the game, so, you know, let's cut the video by 5 minutes and just end it. Oh, what a game.
With